Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. This is the second episode. This is all about resetting the industry, okay? The series is about hitting the reset button. This is for the movie industry, okay? For how to reset, okay? This is about live action remakes, okay? Not video game remakes, okay? Video game remakes will be a separate thing, okay? This is live action remake, aka movies, okay? Now, as we all seen, some of you have already heard, Moana live action teaser, yes, the teaser, got ratio. You know what? I need to check. Sorry, my computer, for some reason, they're not showcasing the dislike button for unknown reason. That's what happens when you reset everything. So I did check on my second laptop, and based on it, it is 93K dislikes. No, I'm not joking. The Moana live action teaser trailer, 93K dislikes. I don't think it's going to be like right here. They say it was previously, the moment they write this, 35,000 likes and 71,000 dislikes, which have already increased a bit. 38,000 likes and 93,000 dislikes, okay? Honestly, at first, when I first saw that trailer, that teaser trailer, I thought to myself, okay, what the hell's going on? And then I remembered, oh my god, Moana #1, the first Moana animated show, that show released 9 years ago. And by next year, it will be 10 years. Let's see what's going on. We already seen this. Now, what's the concern? There's about a CGI and visual representation. A major point of contention among viewers has been visual effects showcased in the teaser. Although the original 2016 animated Moana was widely praised for its vibrant water animation and environmental details, reception to the live-action effect was mixed. For a movie centered around ocean imagery, the CGI has become one of the most frequent cited criticism in the early response. Now the debate over necessity of remake. Yes, this is the part. We'll talk about it. Another necessity in the viewer's reaction is the perceived lack of necessity of live-action adaptation so soon after the original release. Moana was debuted in 2016, about 9 years ago. It's gonna be 10 years next year. The original remains popular in the streaming platforms, merchandise sales, and within Disney's parks. It has its own sequel that was filmed just last year. Many commenters argued that the 2016 film has not aged or faded from the cultural landscape and therefore doesn't warrant a reinterpretation. The sentiment has been visible across YouTube and Twitter, along with other social media discussion, where users question Disney's strategies of remaking titles that are less than a decade old. A pattern seen in other Disney. Now, there's a pattern here. Industry watchers have already begun making comparison to the rollout of Snow White, a film where trailers and promotional clips suffered similarly with like to dislike ratio throughout the early marketing. However, those dislikes were also partially driven by the divisive comment made by Snow White actress Rachel Zegler. No such controversy are plaguing this Moana film, meaning negative reaction is solely based on what viewers see on screen. Yeah, I would say this. Those negative engagement trends for Snow White ultimately align with the film's gross underperformance at the box office. While online ratios do not always predict financial results, they frequently signal early hesitation and dissatisfaction from the audience. The remake stars Catherine Laga. You know what? Let's just say this. The remake stars Catherine as Moana with The Rock reprising his role as Maui. The production appears to be retelling the story with a high degree of fidelity to the animated version rather than taking a more interpretive or reimagined approach. Now, what's the implication of this strategy? The movie Moana remake will be released on July 10th next year. Disney has positioned one of its largest upcoming titles. The company has continued investing heavily in live-action remakes of its animated catalog, though recent audience response suggests fatigue with the format. A strong initial wave of negative sentiment does not determine a movie's final performance, but it can influence early perception, stated interest, and the direction public conversation heading into the future trailers and marketing pushes. With the dislike ratio 67% and earlier sentiment skewing sharply negative, Disney may face an uphill battle in shifting the narrative as additional footage is released. So what's the conclusion? The first teaser of the remake has generated significant controversy in just 48 hours online, driven largely by concerns over CGI quality and the timing of the remake, with more than twice many dislikes as likes. A ratio hovering around 67% negative engagement, the project enters its marketing phase with a clear public skepticism. How would Disney respond? How would Disney respond and how subsequent trailers are received will likely shape the conversation as the film moves towards its 2026 release date. So now you see that. Okay, what should we do? I've heard many people say that Disney, aka Bob Iger, they're out of ideas, which I'm 100% certain whoever is running the show also doesn't know what they're doing. And you can contribute this to DEI or belonging right now, because then again, this is exactly what happens when you hire incompetent people, okay? And I think they should first, this is optional. I don't know if Disney's gonna do it. They should bring back all the talented writers, okay? Because I'm 100% certain when Bob Iger, or in this case, when the DEI was at its peak with Disney, guess what? Many talented writers, talented artists, talented directors, whatever, they're all gone, which I think I'm gonna be covering in a separate video, okay? Now, I found this article, which I'm gonna be taking this. This is from a former PlayStation boss. Shuei Yoshida believes that video game, particularly those in Korea, are served best by their developers, aka by taking pride in your culture and leveraging it, because the South Korean and China leverage their culture and they take pride in it. Now, I know that is irrelevant, but let me be clear one thing. What he said, if you want to make something, if you want to stand out, you have. Now, I do mean you have to take pride in your culture, okay? Look, there are other culture that hasn't been tapped in. The Maya. What else? Tribe, or what culture do you think Disney can use and do it better to create a good story? Yes, that's right. Remember, take pride in your culture and leverage it. That's the one thing. That's the main thing that you need to do when it comes to you reset this thing. And also, find someone who is talented, who has experience, who is passionate. Don't hire activists just because they, check few boxes? No, don't. So that's a few things. First one, get rid of the activists. Yeah, activists, okay? Find competent people. Don't try to check boxes, okay? No, don't. Find competent people. Someone who likes it and does not disrespect the audience. And most importantly, they can leverage the culture and take pride of it.
Yeah.